So I'm pushing this cart, pick up my stuff. I just reached the Sonora city limits. I got about 0.7 miles to go until I get to Vic's Towing. Hallelujah. I reached the impasse. There's no way through this, you know. It's pretty dangerous to try to make it through this part of the road here because there's no sidewalk. Barely anything on this side either. Well, good thing I'm divinely protected. I ain't got no other choice. Reached another near impasse. Like there's no shoulder. Alright, just making it to Vic's Towing here. How's it going?
Really going.
All right. I made it to Vic's Towing to pick up my stuff with the shopping cart from Walmart. The Freedom Wagon guys holding the Freedom Wagon for ransom, extortion. Vic's Towing. Thieves with a license to steal. What the reality is, guys, tow truck companies are thieves with a license to steal.
Hey, how can I help ya?
Hello, I'm here. Come get my stuff out the white van there.
Yeah, and then I need another ID with new
All
date.
right. Yep. It's
I'll get your bill for just a moment. Thank you.
dangerous getting over that road there. There's like impacts.
Yeah, people are wild out here. Let me
Yeah.
get a copy and I'll be right back.
All right, thank you.
you.
All right, he's gonna move it forward for me so I can get my stuff. Pops right off every time. Still runs good. No reason why it wouldn't, you know, but. Thanks, man. And now it's just grabbing the things that mean the most to me. One being these license plates, or not license plates, they're just plates, but I made history with these, so definitely taking those with me. You know, who would have thought that we the people plates could you know what I'm saying, it's such a violation to this system of slavery that, you know, just putting those plates on there stirs the pot like crazy. Back in the Freedom Wagon, guys. Feels like home. But I'm grateful they're letting me get my stuff out. You know what I'm saying? I'm able to get the things that matter the most to me. And, you know, the rest is replaceable, truly. But I'm not ever going to bow, okay? God is going to fight my battles for me. And if God is for you, who can be against you, right? I'm gonna share with you guys what happened the last time a tow truck company tried to keep my van for 7 months. I haven't even shared that with you guys yet. God, I'm telling you, I marvel at my Father. I'm not kidding. So I'm interested to see what's gonna happen this time. because I truly believe that I'm gonna be able to keep my van, even though they unlawfully seized possession, you know, illegally. So they pretty much stole it. That's what they did. But I'm interested to see what my father's gonna do about it, because he's gonna do something about it. That's for sure. No doubt about it. Hallelujah. Oh man, what is that? Okay. I need to keep that. Amen. Hallelujah. My task was, oh my gosh, I gotta keep these two. Okay. Need that. I'm taking that. What is this now? Okay. I haven't had deodorant in a long time, dude. I stink. Okay. Stamps. Make sure I don't forget nothing I really need. Oh yeah, I gotta check this box too. Need that, no. Murder. What that is? That. Praise the Lord that I get to change into some new clothes, man. Oh. How you doing, man?
You want to tote it?
I am. Yeah, I remember you, man. How's it going? You guys are holding your ground, huh? You can keep my van, huh?
Unfortunately, we have to unless CHP gives us a release.
Yeah. That sucks, man, but you know.
Unfortunately, our hands are tied by them.
Yeah, I see that. And I don't fault you guys either, because, you know, that's the abuse of police power. They're the one putting the hold on it and enforcing you guys. Otherwise, I would have got it out. I would have just, you know, had it towed out, or I would have paid you guys the 1-day fee, you know.
Yeah,
got it out.
That's the big issue right there, you know, is it's not a matter of we want your vehicle.
Yeah.
Because we don't want anybody's car. We're not in the business of taking cars. We're in the business of towing cars.
Yeah. Contracted by the government, right?
The Highway Patrol calls us and we're on their list, and that means we have to do what they ask.
And you said, so I asked, you know, how much are the Highway Patrol involved in your guys' lien sale? Did they how much are they involved in that process?
For the lien sale process, they state that they set the value of the vehicle that we're towing.
Yeah.
And that deciphers the term of the lien sale, whether it's a lien sale for a car that's valued for nothing or a car that's valued for $100,000.
Right.
The Highway Patrol puts a value on it, or the owner of the vehicle puts their value on it.
Okay.
But The highway patrol, I mean, by law, we are required to start a lien sale within 72 hours of the car coming to our yard.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yes. So there's nothing we can do. It's not even the highway patrol. It's something that we have to do just being a tow company.
Okay, so the highway patrol sets like the value of the vehicle, and then what does that have to do with the lien though? Because I know you guys put the lien because you guys are owed money, right?
Well, yes, but there's different values. So based on the highway patrol's evaluation, it depends on if the car is valued at $20,000, or if the car is valued at $2,000.
Right. So say if it's valued at $18,000, like mine is. Okay. What amount of lien do you put on it, or what's the price?
So it's not a matter of the amount of the lien. It's just the type of lien that's put on it. So it's still the same thing though. I mean, it's just a lien put on the vehicle that the owner of the vehicle is required to deal with, technically speaking. You understand?
Okay.
I mean,
so what does the value have to do with the lien then?
That's the only thing that the highway patrol has to do with the lien. They don't have anything to do with it.
Okay, what percentage of the sale, after you lien sale it, what percentage does the highway patrol get?
Nothing.
They don't get anything?
No.
Okay.
No, there's no compensation to the highway patrol.
What percentage do you guys pay the county?
I couldn't even begin to tell you if
you guys pay the county though, right? Because you're contracted with the county, so you obviously pay the county, right?
Well, we have a use permit, but that's with the city, not the county.
Right, but you
I mean,
per vehicle
we have to pay our taxes and everything. But
right, but per vehicle that the California Highway Patrol impounds, you pay the county, right?
No.
Per vehicle? No. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out the dynamic of the relationship between you guys because depending on
So the way it works is the highway patrol has a list, they call it a rotation list.
Yeah. Okay.
And what it is tow companies go on it, and as they stop cars that are required to be impounded, they just call tow companies off that list.
Okay.
And just go through it.
And if you guys don't do what the police say, you guys get taken off rotation, right?
No, we just get passed on that one. So we can pass it. We can say no, we don't want to tow it.
Right, but when does that happen? Never.
It does, but it's not. I mean, it's not often based on the fact that there's only two companies on it.
Right. So say if you guys were to release my vehicle to me, that's not obeying the police, right?
Exactly.
And they would take you off for rotation for that, right? They wouldn't call you guys.
We would definitely be reprimanded.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that gives more clarity on the relationship. You know what I'm saying? So
we understand where you're coming from, as opposed to, I mean, this is all of your belongings.
I live in here, man.
We don't want to take your stuff from you. By any means.
I appreciate that much, man. So, yeah, man, we'll see how things work out, man. I anticipate getting my van back, but if not, it's replaceable, man.
Well, best of luck, man.
Yeah, thanks a lot, man.
Round 3. Fight!
911, what's your emergency?
Yeah,
Call me County with a transfer. This gentleman's at Vic's Towing. Said he found a stolen vehicle. He's sitting in it, and he wants us there to release it. Go ahead, please, sir. Okay.
Yep. So,
North Police Department.
hi, this is Thomas Humphrey calling. I located my stolen vehicle, and I'm sitting in it right now, and I need the sheriff's department to come out here to validate ownership, and I need them to come out to release because they're holding my vehicle illegally. So I have proof of ownership, and they're holding it illegally. So I'm not leaving my van until I get a sheriff to come out here.
What's your name, sir?
Thomas Humphrey.
Okay. Do you know what your license plate number is?
It's not registered. I don't register my property to the government.
Okay. All right, Thomas, are you inside the gated area?
Yeah, I'm inside my van right now. The gate's open, and
Okay.
my van is partially, the nose is outside of the gated area. But I'm not leaving my van until you guys come up here and get them to release my vehicle to me. So he's closing the gate. I'm not gonna.
All right, Thomas.
Yeah, well, I'm not gonna take my van from here because I'm not gonna do anything that you guys consider to be criminal. I'm not leaving my property. Yep.
We'll be out there in just a can you guys hang tight for a minute?
Yep, no worries. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Thomas. Bye.
I don't know what else to do, man. You know, I mean, and look, I'm a peaceful inhabitant, dude. I don't wish no harm upon no one. I just want my property back, man. That's all. You know, you guys have.
Scott said he would give you your property, just the van cannot leave.
Yeah, no, the van is my property.
The van is being held by law enforcement.
Yep, right.
They hold on the vehicle.
Right.
What I was informed of.
Yep, unlawfully though.
If you're trying to cause an issue, I can just ask you politely to walk out of the gate.
Well, this is I'm not leaving my property until I get.
I can ask you politely, can you please leave the premises?
Yeah, I know. I understand. You can ask me. You can ask me.
This is private property.
Yep.
I can ask you to leave the premises.
Right. Well, I'm gonna wait for officers to come so that I have proof of ownership right here, and I just need them to. I need them to validate ownership because I have not seen anything from you guys stating that you own my vehicle, which I was told you guys do. So I'm gonna need you guys to present that, or you know, whatever in comparison.
Also private property.
Yeah.
I can ask you politely to please leave through the gated area. So please leave the gated area.
Well, I'm not leaving my property until the police come.
Do not own the property.
Yeah.
You can please leave the gated area.
I'm not leaving my van. This is my property. So I'm not leaving my van until the police come and validate ownership, because
Please leave
no,
the gated area.
I'm waiting on law enforcement. Yep.
Yes, he does not want to
Because
leave
you're
his
attacking
vehicle.
him.
I'm attacking him?
Don't want to let him out. That's what
Well,
dispatch just informed us.
Okay.
I never said that, but I'm just you guys won't let me leave
I
with
heard
my
the whole
property.
conversation,
Yeah.
But, I mean, you know, he does not want to.
I just want my van back, guys. That's all. I just
Can't give it back to you. We
right.
are in that position. You have not registered it.
Yeah, I know. I understand. But from what I've been informed by one of your constituents is that you guys have taken legal possession through a lien sale.
A lien sale on it because legally we have to. So within 72 hours, a lien sale was filed on it, which makes it lien sale cleared. That makes it so that we now legally own it.
You guys you unlawfully seized possession of my property.
You can take that up with law enforcement. They had it towed. We didn't unlawfully do anything.
Right. Well, so
Law enforcement had us come pick this up.
Yeah.
It's on them. Like,
yeah. Right. Well, it was.
lawfulness, you cannot say anything about the law when you don't want to follow the law.
Well, I am
Follow
following the
even
law.
my laws, but you want me to follow them for you.
Well, no, man. I'm not. I'm just exercising my right to privacy. Is all. I don't have to contract with the government. They're trying to force me. Yeah. So, but what I'm saying is,
This is a conversation for you to have with someone else. At this moment,
I'm
God has been very gracious, and He let you come back to get the rest of your stuff out of the
Amen.
vehicle.
And I'm
You
truly
did
grateful.
not have to do that.
Yeah, and I'm grateful. I'm
You're
desperate.
literally holding this man up from doing his job, which is helping people broke down on the side of the road.
Well, I live in here, so I feel like
You should have followed the law and registered the vehicle.
I feel like I'm home right now, and I don't want to leave my home. I'm desperate too. This is like my last desperate attempt to try to get my property back. So I mean, I'm under duress, and I don't know what else to do.
So I'm assuming you're not going to leave my gated area.
Not until the police get here. I'm trying to.
Private property, you're not going to be on this property unless you're allowed. And
Yeah.
now that you're trying to cause a ruckus, I'm asking you politely to leave.
I've already called the police. I'm in my property right now. So, I mean, I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm just sitting here. I'm recording this whole thing.
Okay,
And
I need to also make a living, so
right, I need to live in this is my property.
okay, I am.
Exactly. Sir, so you know what I'm saying? You see how
I hear what you're saying.
exactly, man. That's all I'm saying, dude. So,
I'm also saying I have a job to do.
yep. And you're doing it by assisting me right now.
police agencies.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, look. After I leave, you know I'm gonna leave here today, because the police are gonna make me leave.
okay, but
You guys will.
work.
Huh?
I also need to go back to work that are helping disabled vehicles and people sitting on the side of the road.
Yeah, I have a scheduled time to be in Missouri as well. So we're actually gathering together to serve God, and so I have appointed time to be in Missouri on the 29th. So you guys are highly hindering me from serving my God as well. You know, it's appointed holy feast day. You know, so I'm just saying this whole situation is, yeah, and I know, I'm just saying the whole situation is, and
What is holding you up?
and I'm desperate because you guys can literally sell my vehicle at any time, at any moment.
Mr. Humphrey?
Yeah.
All right, I understand you called.
Yep.
What's going on
So this is my private property.
Okay.
I've never registered it to the government, so it gives you guys or Vix Towing no jurisdiction over it. It's private property. And the Fourth Amendment protects my right to privacy, and we shall not be deprived of our life, liberty, or property without due process of law.
Okay.
So in them taking my property, I'm desperate too, man. I'm under duress right now, and I feel like I'm back home. Look at my mattress. I live in here. Okay, everything I own is in here. I travel, and I've been living here for 3 years. Okay, so I don't know what else to do. I've tried to, you know, get them to release my vehicle. I talked to CHP. They won't take a complaint of you know what I'm saying, because they consider this to be lawful. But where's my due process? You know, you understand due process?
I do.
Yeah, that means I have a right to be heard before you guys can deprive me of my property. I have a right to a hearing. I have a right to present evidence. I have a right to cross-examine witnesses. I have a right to appeal a decision before I can be deprived of my property. That is basic understanding of law. Where is justice? Are you a law enforcement officer? Where is the law at in this? I have due process rights. I demand due process right now. Where's my due process before you guys can take my property from me? And they've already filed a lien sale, and they said they can legally sell my property whenever they want to. That is a violation of, I'm sorry. That is a violation of due process.
Okay. So how did your vehicle get here in the first place?
I was pulled over by the California Highway Patrol
Okay. How long ago was that?
August 8th.
August 8th?
Yeah.
Okay. What did they pull you over for?
Because I have We the People license plates. It's a constitutional license plate with the Constitution. It says We the People with an American flag on it, which you guys taken an oath to protect and defend.
Okay.
So, you know, that's why he pulled me over, because he said I didn't have proper license plates on there.
Okay. So basically, long story short is it got towed for not being registered.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And then you said you've already contacted CHP,
And they refused to take my complaint. I called the sheriff's department because obviously there's a conflict of interest in filing a complaint with the responsible party. So they refused to come out, and they sent the California Highway Patrol.
So we can't take a complaint for another agency, right? So I can take a complaint for my agency as a supervisor for the sheriff's office comes out, takes a complaint for them. A supervisor will come out for CHP and take a complaint for the California Highway Patrol.
Right, but what happens when someone violates their bounds of authority? They've stepped outside of their bounds. They no longer have immunity from the law. That means I can hold them liable in their personal capacity.
Right, and then that's when it comes into the civil proceedings, right? The civil court hearings.
Right.
And so that's kind of the avenue that we're in right now.
Right. So
you're disagreeing with your car getting towed.
Exactly. So the civil proceedings, why is my vehicle in lawful possession of them and they can sell it now?
So,
we haven't even gone through anything yet. We haven't gone through the process of due process in order for them to lawfully take possession of my vehicle.
So I'm not going to speak to the tow company because I'm not well versed in once a vehicle gets towed by us and then it becomes, a vehicle that is stored because it was not legally driven on the road. And then once that goes into the lien sale process, I don't know those ins and outs. So I don't want to speak to that and give you wrong information.
Right.
So
but you see what I'm saying though? Where is the connection? That's a major disconnect. If California Highway Patrol is responsible for towing it and putting it in impound and putting a hold on it. They should not be able to move forward until due process is lawful. I have not been heard in court at all. I have not been able to present evidence or anything. And I was told by them that they could sell my vehicle at any time, at any moment. So that is why I'm inside my home right now, and I'm not leaving until a law enforcement officer verify I have evidence. This is what I need to present to you. That is legal ownership. That is my bill of sale from the dealership. I am the lawful owner of this vehicle, and they're saying that they own it now.
Let me give you this information. So I have no authority to release this vehicle because I am not the agency and the authority that towed the vehicle. Okay. So the only person or the only people that can allow this vehicle to be released from here would be the California Highway Patrol. Okay. I have no authority to say I'm going to release your vehicle to you and let you drive away.
I understand. So my hands are tied. Can you please have the sheriff's department come out here? Because
I can ask the California Highway Patrol.
No, I need the
sheriff's office is not going to come out. They're going to advise you that this is a civil matter between the tow company and yourself.
Yeah. Okay.
And so the only person, like I said, the only person that can give any sort of authority to release this vehicle would be the California Highway Patrol. I don't have that authority, and the sheriff's office doesn't have that authority. Only the originating agency.
Right, but do you see the conflict of interest? Like if I was a criminal and I had an organization,
they're also a state agency.
Yeah, right.
They have an oversight committee.
Yeah, right.
So any complaint that's going to be reviewed by an oversight committee to see if this is founded or unfounded. There's a whole process. We have to report to the state. Everything is out in the open, right? So SB2 came out and it made it to where if there's complaints that has to be of certain nature, those are reported to Sacramento, to Post, which is our certifying agency. And then they can look into that and say, hey, this investigation was done properly or this investigation wasn't done properly. So there is oversight.
Right. So my biggest thing right now is I don't want my property to be sold. They can literally sell it at any time. Okay. So is there, because I've already talked to the California Highway Patrol and they said they have nothing to do with the lien sale as well. But that's inaccurate because they're the ones holding it. And I object everything that's going on right now. So I'm in my property. Listen, I'm under duress too. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what else to do. I'm in my home right now. That's why I called you. And I don't want them to sell it. I don't want my property to be sold.
Right.
You know? So what am I supposed to do?
I don't have the answer for you when it comes down to that, unfortunately.
Can you find
in criminal law
and
civil law, right? So as a peace officer, my job is come out and enforce criminal law. I am not well versed in civil law, and I don't enforce civil law.
You're a sergeant too?
I'm a corporal.
Corporal, can you please have someone come out here that can put an estoppel on them moving forward from selling my property? Because
I can contact the CHP. That's the only.
Okay, yeah, I'll do it. I'll do that then. Have them come out.
I'm code 4. He's requesting a 61 SAM unit response. Can you start me a 61 SAM unit? All right.
Things take time, and I have to, I'm working on filing a complaint with the Attorney General's office, which that will put an estoppel on them selling my property, but things take time. I'm trying my best. I'm living in a tent, and I have to endure the elements, and I plan on having that complaint in within the next couple of days, but how else can I stop them from selling my vehicle?
I don't know the answer to that question.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So that's my goal right now. That's the intent. I don't want them to sell my property.
Right.
You know?
So in the meantime, I'm working with you. Can you work with me? Can we get out of the vehicle?
No, I'm not leaving my property until they verify that they're not going to sell it. This is the deal. Okay? This is my property. I own it. This is my property.
I understand that.
Yep.
But at the same time, we're now on their property.
Right. My property is unlawfully seized on their property.
I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that they're going to take your car or anything.
Yeah.
But I'm called out here because you're on their private property and you're in a vehicle.
In my private property.
And you're refusing to leave their property.
Give me my keys and I will leave.
No.
That's what I'm saying. So, but I'm just trying to
I'm trying to work with you.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. And so my request right now, so that way I don't have to give you an order.
Yeah.
To get out of the vehicle and step off of their property. I'm asking, can we get out of the car and go stand by my patrol car and wait for the CHP sergeant to get here?
When he comes, I want to verify that they're not gonna sell my vehicle to me. I want to verify they're not gonna sell my vehicle.
Okay. So in the meantime, until that CHP sergeant gets here, let's go stand by my patrol car.
I'll decline that. I'm documenting this. I want to make sure that my property's not going to be sold because listen, I live in here. This is my home. If you order me out, you're actually making me do something against my will. So, you know, obviously I'm not going to fight you. I will if you.
But it would be a lawful order.
It won't be a lawful order because I'm in my property.
You're on somebody else's property against their will, and they've advised you that they want you to leave. They've contacted law enforcement. Now I'm out here to tell you the same thing. And so that's what I'm saying. I don't want to go down that road, and I want you to talk to CHP, and I want you to get this figured out to the best of our ability. But we have to meet in the middle somewhere. Yeah. Okay? So that's my request that we go. I'm not saying we need to get down on the highway. I'm not saying anything like that. I'm saying let's let these guys close their gate and get back to work so they can do what they need to do. Okay? Yeah. I think you and I can both agree that the misunderstanding right now and this whole issue, at the end of the day, is it really down on the tow company?
No, but what I'm saying is I want to prevent them from selling it. So though CHP has a hold on it,
car today, that's not going
right. But that got you guys out here, and look at, like I said, I know, but I'm in my home, and check it out. Once I leave and you order me to get out of my property, I very well may never see it again. I may never be able to sit in my seat again. So you see what I'm saying? So, and I don't even see. I just seen something else that I forgot. Those seashells. Those actually have some spiritual meaning because, you know. So, but I see. And I very well could have forgot something else in here. So I'm just saying, man, I'm under duress right now and I don't know what else to do. So.
But is making these guys have to lose out on tows and other things that they need to do?
I'm living in a tent right now. Okay, my concern is not whether they can go steal somebody else's car. I'm living in a tent because they took my property.
But they only steal cars? Are there people that legitimately have AAA services that their cars break down?
True, yeah,
kids get locked in cars because the keys were stolen there?
Yeah, that's true. But my situation is valid, just as valid, you know.
I understand your frustrations 100%.
Yeah.
I don't have the answer for you though.
Dude, it's unjust. It's unjust, man. You know, I don't even know what else to do. So, you know, is this CHP here?
No.
Oh, it's the captain? It's captain?
That's my supervisor, yeah.
Oh, okay. And I'm just documenting this, guys, because, you know, I'm not gonna bow. I'm not gonna do what you guys tell me to do because look, in registering it, because I have a right to privacy. I don't have to register my property to the government. And I've already presented all of your agencies with my standing. Right? So, now that you guys have been put on notice, it's plain as day. I mean, a child can understand it. I've canceled my contracts. And now that you guys are aware of my standing, you guys are literally, all of you guys are conspiring together to deprive me of my life, liberty, and private property. Because I've already made it clear my standing, and it's plain as day. And now you guys are acting with willful intent to break the law. Willful disregard of my constitutionally protected rights as well. You know, because if you've done something in ignorance, that's what a legal notice is for, is to let you know, hey, look, you know, you guys are in violation. I'm just letting you know, please correct your actions. And then once you are put on notice and you are aware of what you're doing, if you continue with your conduct, you are acting with either reckless disregard or intentional negligence. And those are criminal offenses. And you guys are criminal law enforcement. You understand criminal negligence, right?
I do.
Exactly. Operating with intentional disregard of someone else's safety or rights. So, I mean, where's the law in that? Where's the justice in this? You know, undeniable. But you know, I just don't know what else to do, man. So
what can we do today?
I just want to make sure that they can't sell my property, because I don't have anything else. Literally, this was donated to me. I'm a traveling minister. I have 70,000 followers on social media, and I preach the gospel, and I travel America. This was donated to me. You know what I'm saying? And I understand that you guys are just doing your job as well, but you guys are improperly trained on the law. There's a private side. Constitutional law is public law, which is a limit on government to protect private rights. That's why the Constitution was enacted. The Constitution doesn't grant us our rights. It is a limit on your guys' delegated bounds of authority, to where if I am being violated, you guys are supposed to protect my rights. But those who contract, they become public agents, which are on
contract
through the license, through registration. That's what gives you guys jurisdiction to do what you guys do, to pull people over and ticket them.
He wants, basically he's fighting right now the lien sale and wants to speak to CHP about having the vehicle released by their policy so he can get it from the tow yard.
I mean, that's my ultimate goal, but I mean, you know, at least stop them from being able to sell my property.
If CHP cannot change that,
yeah,
for today, what's the next way to find a resolution? So if that for some reason is not an option,
right? I mean, what
do after that?
I'm desperate, you know. I'm under duress. I'm in my home. If you can see, that's my map. I've lived in here for the last 3 years. This is a donated van. I have a traveling ministry. You know, this is everything I own. You know, so my goal is to get them to not sell my property. I don't know what else to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna fight you guys if, you know, you guys have the guns and the authority to. No, definitely. You know.
But you know, we also have these people trying to do business and they're trying to close up and.
Yeah. So I know.
Are we thinking ahead, or like, okay, if CHP can't come to that resolution for me, is there another way to address it later?
Yeah. No. And so, how's it going?
Thomas, how are you?
Good. Under duress, man. I'm in my property now, and if I don't want them to sell it. So that's
we've talked about this ad nauseum, right?
No, right. But that's what I'm attempting right now, is to get them. Look, this is donated to me. I have a traveling ministry. I don't have an income.
Like I said,
I live in here, and
we have gotten all your documents.
Yeah.
We've got them all. We've talked several times on this.
Exactly.
Right? So the way it's got to play out, right, is in order for you to get the car, like I told you today, there's certain requirements for that to happen. License and registration.
Right.
If you don't, right, and we're going to, again, for the millionth time, we are going to agree to disagree on the laws of California, right? Okay? I'm just going off what, you know, and you disagree with it, but that's the way we're going to agree to disagree on that.
Right.
You've either got to pay the registration and be licensed, or you're not going to get it out. Okay?
I understand. So,
are you here to pick up your stuff like you said you were going to do?
I got my stuff, but
okay.
I want to prevent the tow truck company from selling my property.
Okay.
Until I have an opportunity to present.
I
know, but until I have an opportunity to present evidence to a judge and have my proper standing in court.
Okay.
That should be, you know, that's proper due process. That is what I am attempting right now.
I get it.
And look, when I leave this van, my home, I very well may never come back. I very well may never sit in this seat again. So that's why I'm under duress, sir, too. You know, I don't know what else to do. You guys have
the camera, right? That's not a mace. Okay.
No, that's a camera. Yeah. You guys have the authority. You know, I'm not going to fight you guys. But what else can I do as a citizen? All I can do is gather evidence of the unjust treatment that I'm receiving.
You've sent us a ton of that, right? And we've received it all.
Right.
And so you've gathered all your evidence.
No, this is further evidence.
And that's
my last.
But what we're doing here, we're on this gentleman's business now, and you're causing an issue there. You're trespassing now. Okay.
well, this is my property, and you understand what I'm saying?
No. Okay, it is technically their property right now.
Okay.
Okay, it is their property because we rightfully had them under our direction tow this car, which means it's their property, right? If you took this car right now and drove it out, we would charge you with vehicle theft.
Wow. Yeah, I understand that.
You know what I mean? So it's their
yeah.
property. It is their close of business. They want to get out of here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I believe he said he would give you till 5 o'clock, right, Scott? 5 today? Was it 5 today to get his property out inside? 5 today? Okay, so you're past that. So I know they want to go home. We want to go home.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
These gentlemen want to go home. Right?
So check it out.
Okay.
Things take time, and in order, I'm filing a complaint with the Attorney General's office, right?
Yep.
So, in order for, I believe that's going to be what's going to put the estoppel on them from moving forward.
Okay.
But again, you got to see my dilemma. I don't know what else to do. You know what I'm saying? It takes time. I gotta gather everything together and put it in a presentable form to them, because I sent them an email, and they sent me back, and they said we don't accept complaints over email, and they gave me the Attorney General's office.
Okay.
His assistant emailed me back, and they said we don't accept complaints over email, but we are looking forward to receiving your complaint, and sent me the link to file it. But I'm in the process of working on that right now.
I get it.
But things take time, and I'm up against the clock to them. They literally told me they can sell it at any moment.
Mm-hmm. And that's what the laws in California allow them to do. Okay, and you might not agree with those laws.
Yep.
Right, but that's what the laws in California allow them to. They're not doing anything that is illegal. Okay, unfortunately. Like I said, I know we disagree on that.
Exactly.
As we've talked about numerous times.
Yep.
But they're not doing anything illegal. Okay?
So you are responsible in putting the hold on the vehicle. So can you put a hold on them from selling it until I get this complaint done?
I told you, you're responsible, okay, for getting the vehicle out by two things. Like I've told you several times: registration and license. Right? If you do not do that, right, then they're going to proceed with their procedures. That is, allowable by California state law.
Selling my property.
That is allowable by California state law. It is your choice not to comply with the licensing and registration requirements of the state. And whether you agree with it or not, okay, you're required to comply. And if you do not, these are the ramifications, unfortunately for you.
Yeah, right?
Absolutely.
I understand. Yeah.
And so and they're just doing their job based on our request, right? They towed it on our behalf, right? And now they're acting upon when someone doesn't come, and
So pretty much licensed theft.
Oh, that's how you want to think of it.
Yeah, it is. But
what I'm asking you to do right now, just grab your stuff, Thomas, and we're gonna get this process going, okay?
All right,
I would appreciate it so much.
Yep. I mean, I don't know what else to do. I'm just
right. I appreciate it.
And I apologize for holding you guys up, but
That's all right.
I mean, what would you do if I took you out of your home and told you can't have it back until I do what you tell me to do?
I do what I told you to do.
You would obey me if I told you to do something you didn't want to do.
If I want to get my van back, and I'm telling, if I'm saying in order to get it back you need license and registration, I get a license and registration. But that's just me.
Right.
I can't make you do that. It's your choice.
Right.
But I would have gotten the license and registration, then he would have released it to you.
Right.
Me, I mean, you obviously think differently than me. Like we've had this discussion a bunch of times. We're gonna agree to disagree on everything. But like I said, I just
thanks for coming out, man.
You got everything you want.
Yeah, I got everything, and yeah. So
is that shopping cart outside? There's geographical limits, Thomas.
It is.
Oh my goodness. I'm gonna let that one slide.
Thanks, man.
Okay?
I appreciate it. And it was dangerous coming over those impasses up there, but I couldn't find anybody to come out, so I had to improvise. But
okay, I don't want to speak for you guys, but this is gonna be the last time he's allowed in here.
So ours are at 13. I was just trying to be kind. Get his property out.
No, and I appreciate that, but I'm under arrest since I live in here, man. But I thank you for letting me get.
Arrest.
I'm under duress.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? So
gotcha.
I mean, I just don't know what else to do, man. I would appreciate it if you not sell my van until I'm able to file a complaint with the Attorney General's office. Can you do that much? I'll have it in a couple days.
Sorry, I can't make any promises to that because, like I say, I mean, we could be talking years. I mean, I don't know when you're going to do that.
I'm gonna have it in a couple of days.
But it's already been more than 30 days since the car was towed.
Right, but so they've just contacted me, the Attorney General's office, and they said they're anticipating my claim, or I mean my complaint. So I don't know where else to go from here, man. But that's my request. If you could give me a couple of days to file that complaint, and they should be able to, help me from there. But